Welcome back, Cleveland County. If you're counting at home, this is our 10th episode of our Corona coverage here in Cleveland County. And we've had a bunch of different guests and many, many informative guests, but we're having another one come back this time. Not the same guest, but from the same organization. And today, for the second half, I think we've got a great, it's going to be fun, Johnny Stamey, the Director of Healthy Living from the Cleveland County YMCA.
That's correct.
Man, thank you for coming and being part of it today.
Thanks for having me.
Man, a lot of people now, we've heard from our last guest how people are stuck at home and stress and anxiety and depression. But you've got some answers to some of that, but they can't get to the gym in this situation. So how are people just letting their health go?
Some probably are. I know myself there for a while, I was eating a little bit more than I should and actually put on a couple more pounds than I wanted to, but it's a little bit of a challenge. But I'm encouraging people at home to find ways to exercise and stay busy. Just
because they can't get to the Y or to a gym or any place else, there's plenty of things that they can still do. Of course, walking,
Right.
people can get out and walk, but there's other things that they can do for their own health as well. Is that right?
Yeah, there's some strength training that folks can do, and I actually brought a few things here with me. One is everybody's got milk jugs at home, and you can actually take these and fill them up with water, however much weight you want. You know, arm curls.
So it's I can depend.
Yep.
It depends on how much I want to put in there.
That's
Depends
exactly
on how
right.
much weight.
That's exactly right. There's also cans that you can use. Take a couple cans out of the cabinet. You can do the same exercises. Also shoulder presses with the cans. If you've got shoulder problems, you can do front raises or lateral raises with them. Nice and slow, full range of motion, nice and controlled.
Anything that hurts, stop doing.
Anything that hurts, stop doing it. That's right.
Okay, right.
That's
Good
right.
deal.
Yep.
But again, so we've got some flexibility about finding things around the house that they can, just dead weight that can be picked up, and you don't have to go buy anything. You don't have to go Amazon and order weights to be delivered to your house. Just use what you've got.
Yeah. Yeah,
good
that's
deal.
Right.
Man, I think you got some other things. Let's look and see.
Yeah, another one is, this is just an empty Coke bottle with a little bit of Coke left in it, and I actually took this and shook it up just a little bit, and it created just enough resistance, to create another exercise. One of the hardest exercises, or one of the hardest muscles to train in the body is the abdominal muscles.
Sure.
Okay, to learn to train them and train them efficiently, because there's a lot of ab exercises that people will do, and you're really working your hip flexors, or you may be working your back. But one of the best things to do is whenever you do an abdominal exercise, the first thing you want to do is tighten up your tummy muscles, just kind of like when you go to the bathroom.
Sure.
Okay, everybody thinks that's kind of funny, but it's a good way to send a signal that you want those muscles to do the job but nothing else. But another key component with that is when you tighten up your tummy muscles, you got to learn to do that and continue to breathe. Because it's a natural reaction to tighten up your tummy muscles, and you want to hold your breath.
Yeah,
okay?
stop breathing.
So this is something you can do. You can place this about halfway up on your thigh, forearm on the ball, or on the Coke bottle, and tighten up your tummy muscles and just kind of crunch down. Just kind of crunch down. And you'll eventually feel that.
And you're working those abdominal muscles.
Abdominal
when you're
muscles.
Doing that.
Both sides. Tighten them up, crunch it down, just like that.
And if you do it good, you still get to drink the Coke out of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. Yeah, I'm amazed that the air has stayed pretty tight in there for a couple of days. So that does work. Yeah.
You showed me earlier. You had some bands.
I do have a band. That's right. And we mentioned, I know everyone's money's kind of tight right now, but you can actually purchase these. I looked online for around $8-9 as a strength training band. And this is probably one of the best tools that you can buy, because there's lots of exercises you can do with a strength training band. And just to kind of show you a couple, is one you can run it right up underneath your bottom, just like if you're just going to sit on it.
Yeah.
And you can do shoulder presses, okay? Just like that. Great exercise. You can also bring it behind your back. You can do presses with it.
Sure.
For your chest. And another one, and most exercises are pushing and pulling in some fashion.
Okay.
So anytime you're pushing, it's usually chest. And then the pull, I'm going to wrap this around your coffee leg right here.
Go right ahead.
It's pulling. Anything that's pulling. You want to make sure you can put it around something secure and pulling. Anytime you're pulling, it's your upper back. That's a great exercise for your upper back. Great exercise for your posture. But I do like these. I got a couple of these at home too.
And those are cheap as well. I mean, so
around $8-9.
And
yeah.
You can get those in different resistance as well.
You can.
Is that right? So you can have a couple of them, and it's easy to, even after this is over. Again, it's not to do away with gym memberships or anything, but there's some activities that people can do, take ownership of their own health.
Exactly.
Lots of just fun, innovate, be creative is what I think what I hear you saying, John.
Being creative. I know, especially even with the walking, for me, music, when I do cardio, I get a little bored, so just putting some headphones in and kind of getting lost in some music and going for a good walk.
So good. So whenever I'm out walking, how do you know if you're, if you're running, that's one thing, but if you're walking, how do I get to a level where, I mean, of course, I can be out and it can be a stress reliever, and that's a
Right.
great thing at
Right.
any pace, just to get out of the get fresh air. But you were talking about, how do I know that I've really got to the right target zone?
Well, that's a great question, and it's a question I get quite often, is the intensity. There's a couple ways to judge that. One of them is called a talk test. The American College of Sports Medicine released a study a couple years ago, and basically you want to do your cardiovascular exercise to where you get your heart rate and your breathing up enough to where you can still have a conversation, but not easily have a conversation.
Okay.
So just like right now, easily being able to talk, there's no cardiovascular, breathing's not up, but you do not want to exercise to the intensity to where you would be answering in one-word sentences.
Sure.
So just a simple talk test.
Okay. So, and people can still be out in walking together,
Right.
social distancing, but walking together,
Right.
and carry on a conversation so
Right.
that they're doing a couple things at one time.
Exactly.
Good
Exactly.
deal. And you're not worried about the distance as much as getting started.
Correct. Correct.
So, how long should an exercise routine, if you will? I mean, is it once a day for some period of time, or should I think about it multiple times during the day? How do you know when I've done enough?
Well, the American College of Sports Medicine still recommends around 30 minutes of somewhat vigorous exercise most days of the week. And that's
Okay.
usually 3 to 5 days a week. And that can actually be done in shorter sessions. It could be done 10 minutes at one point and 10 minutes at another. But I think a good workout, if you're going to get in your cardio and you're doing, say, 20 to 30 minutes, and then you add a little bit of strength training and a little bit of stretching with it, you're probably looking at about 45 minutes for a good little workout
A day.
a day.
And that's most days. I mean, you can take I guess there's a break in there every once in a while if you want to, but for the most part, it's probably advantageous to us just to stay out most days.
Yeah, not to mention your body releases these feel-good endorphins.
Sure.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of truth in this runner's high, they call it, or they're addicted to exercise. Your body releases endorphins that make you feel better.
Yeah, I still enjoy a good walk, and I walk most days of the week. I get out and try to put that 4 to 5 miles in a day just to it makes me feel better.
Right, right.
Even though there's some pain sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of that pain, but
yeah,
it's
sometimes you have to work through it.
I have to work through it. That's exactly right. Well, what about? I mean, you've given us lots of real positive examples right around our house. But I guess there's other things people can watch on television or on the internet and find yoga classes and things like that. I'm sure those kind of things are out there, aren't they?
They are, and actually the YMCA has been posting lots of exercise tips on our Facebook and webpage. We're actually going to start for our members this week filming classes that will actually be 30, 45 minutes. I'm going to do the first one tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we're going to work on pushing that out to our Y members. And tomorrow I'm going to utilize some of the same stuff that I have here that folks can do at home.
And so you'll go with them on this program that you're going to do tomorrow. You'll be able to show them actually the things
Yep.
that we
Go
have
through a whole
discussed in
class. Yep.
theory. You're going to go through it and you give them some examples and give them a routine of what they
Right.
could do.
Exactly. And
So
I
that's
hope they join me at home too. And
Good, absolutely. So that's going to be free, and it's going to be on the YMCA's website.
the classes will be pushed out to our members, but exercise tips are there available for everyone.
Okay, good deal. And they're going to be on the web, or they're going to be on Facebook, or how?
Yes.
Okay,
That's right.
Good deal.
That's
Just make sure how everybody can tune in. I know the members get an added benefit, and they're paying for it. I suppose they should. But you're concerned about the whole community.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
Good deal.
yeah. And another thing too, I'd like to mention too. I think the secret to exercise is you need to find something you enjoy, and being
Okay.
creative. I know for me, if I get on a treadmill or something, I count every single minute. It
Sure.
lasts forever. But we have a group that plays basketball on Fridays, and I love it. It's fun. An hour will go by really fast.
So it's finding that thing. that
Finding
is,
something you enjoy.
that's
Is,
right.
Try to find a way and being creative.
Yeah, I think the meaningless, the repetition on a treadmill is hard on me.
Yes.
It's labor for me to be on a treadmill. But the same pace
count
out
every
on the
minute.
street, to me, goes by just like nothing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and it's all about how much we enjoy and what we
Right.
enjoy.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Good deal. I know the pools are closed at this point in time, but
That's right.
but again, I mean, there's going to be other activities some people will have pools at home. They can do their own water aerobics, I suppose, at home, and
Yeah.
those kind of things.
Yeah, and it's something fun to do is even create a circuit. to where if you had a couple items where you're moving from a station to a station, whether it's, even using body weight for like squats in one of your stations, and you time yourself for 30 seconds, then move to the next one and do arm curls for 30 seconds. Then maybe you have a step you can use for stepping up and down for 30 seconds. You can actually create your own little routine.
Sure.
Get the family involved. Will be a great thing to do too.
A little competition, a little friendly competition
That's
there.
exactly right.
Things like push-ups and sit-ups, I mean, those are still things, but sit-ups are not always as recommended anymore because of injury to the lower back, or is that a misnomer?
Well, it can be. One is some folks put their hands behind their head and they pull, which can create some problems. The goal is always hands across your chest or to the side. And another key thing too is, like I said, before you do an abdominal exercise, tighten up those tummy muscles. Learn to tighten them up, learn to continue to breathe, and then go through your range of motion. It can still be beneficial as well.
Good deal. I mean, it seems like there's a lot to be done just by you being a little creative and getting out and not just sit there on the couch.
Exactly right.
And get out and do something. Think about it a little differently and move.
Yeah.
Good deal. Johnny, I can tell you're passionate about what you do, and I think it's a neat thing to be able to help other people find that joy of exercise.
Right.
Good. Well, we thank you. Appreciate the why and what you're doing, and you're going to be able to, people tune in and watch you on some of the tips, and I guess some other instructors as well.
Right, exactly. My instructors are excited. They're to be coming back to the Y. They've been at home, and we do a lot of emailing going back and forth, and we miss it. I mean, it's just it's a new norm, and we're actually planning now for our opening, the soft opening, whatever that's going to be, whatever restrictions are going to be in place, but we're anxious to get folks back. And
a lot of people are looking forward to the day that we move beyond this and start these phases to get back to the new normal, whatever that looks like.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, good. Well, Johnny, thanks for taking time out of your day to be with us again and sharing your easy tips with people on how they can stay healthy. So, Cleveland County, thank you again for joining us week after week. As we wrap up today's episode, again, thank you for joining us as we try to provide you information that is meaningful and kind of help add value to your life as we go through this pandemic that none of us had ever imagined we'd be in. So until next time, I would encourage you, as I always do, wash your hands, practice that social distancing. If you don't feel well, stay at home and stay safe. So until next time, Cleveland County, I'm Dave Allen.